Now, I just came from one of the most important lessons on farming, especially on onion farming, because guys, you've asked for it, and today we are going to deliver. We are going to show you how to set up your nursery so that you get maximum yield, and that we are going to do step by step. Setting up the nursery, the land preparation, the holes, the seeds on the ground. And today I'm taking a risk on trying Neptune F1 and Red Creole so that we can be able to see which does better, where and when. But as always, I have teamed up with the wonderful team from Pest Solution. You guys, you saw them when they came and they gave us a lot of knowledge on our indigenous vegetables, which are doing absolutely amazing. You loved that episode, and now we are back with onion farming because we are going to show you the A to Z. So I'm gonna go talk to James so that you guys can be able to see what we've been able to accomplish today, and all your questions have been answered. And of course, take this moment to say thank you for the love that you have shown Kanya Farm. We said we are going to use this farm to learn and relearn. So I can't wait for you guys to listen in and take your notebook and pen, because today all the questions that you've ever asked about onion farming are going to be answered. So let me go meet Jemo so that we can get right into it, learn and do what? And relearn. Jemo,
Yes,
how are you?
I'm fine.
Nice to see you again at Kanya Farm.
Good to be back.
How have you been?
Yeah, been good.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, we had a very amazing episode last time.
Yes.
We had a good show on our mboga kienyeji, and today we are back here for the most requested episode on onions. But before we get anywhere or we go any further, I love when people introduce themselves so that our audience can know who we are talking to and what's about to happen today.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Lynn, for having us back. So I'm James from Agropest Solutions. As you mentioned, Agropest, we deal with all the organic inputs, that is ranging from the seeds, the fertilizers, the agro inputs, and as well anything that you will need for your farming needs. We have you sorted.
Good.
Yes.
Yes. So today we are about to embark on a very good project. Actually, I've waited for this for a very long time, but I know we have a lot of activities that we are about to get into. But let me ask you a very important question. As a farmer, why should I consider onion? And maybe give us a bit of background on onion farming. Is it profitable? Is it worth investing? Etc. etc.
As we were here last time, you remember we were doing some kienyeji, but we knew that we were gonna do onions eventually. And the best thing about doing onions is onion is one very profitable venture because if we go into mathematics, let's say for like an acre, you just need a kg of onion. So, and that 1 kg is about 250,000 seeds, right? So, and if you do, like in this farm, as you can see, we have done 4 drips, per bed. So, and that could get you about 200 to around 250. So, depending on the spacing, because spacing is usually one of the major factors. So, that could get you, because if you check in terms of the cost, the operational cost, you get to farm in an acre, you get to spend around 250,000.
Yes.
Right? So, and if you do that, and then you get, even if the prices are very low, let's say even if you get 50 shillings, per kg, and you manage to get around, most of the farmers usually get, for those who are starting, they can get about 12 to 14 tons, per acre. But those who have been into it, you can actually even get even to 18 tons per acre. So if you get to do your mathematics, you can see even in a low season, even if you get 750, per acre, you minus your 250 in terms of operational cost, you have your 500,000 in just about 5.5 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very profitable crop.
Very profitable.
But I know I always ask about some of the mistakes or the stereotypes there are later on in the episode. But maybe before we even get into the nursery and everything, what are some of the biggest misconceptions or some of the biggest stereotypes, and also what are some of the biggest mistakes farmers make when it comes to onion farming?
Yeah, right. Most of the farmers actually fail right from the seed. So because you can notice that if you don't get the right seed for your right area, then that means that you'll not get the right production.
Yes.
So if you get a variety that is supposed to be done in a cold region and then you do it in a hot region, so that means that you'll not get the potential yields
Yes.
of that variety. So you need to consider the choice of the seed, most importantly, because you have those who which does very well in cold areas and those which does well in hot areas.
Yeah.
So the right seed is usually the most important question. And then now when it comes to nursery preparations, so you need to make sure that you've prepared your nursery very well.
Yes.
So that is in terms of the width, so that even when you're doing the operations on that nursery, it will be very easy. When you're doing, the weeding, even the watering, it will be very easy to do that. So if you don't get that right, then that is usually one of the other issues. Then when it comes to getting the seeds to the beds, so some farmers usually get them very deep. So and then that gets to get issues with the germination percentages. So because if you get your seed very deep, then it will in terms of coming up from the ground, it will not be easy.
Yes.
Right? So those are usually the most major issues when it comes to when you're sowing your seeds.
Yes.
And as well when you're watering, because especially in the nursery bed, you find that most farmers do not actually water it nicely.
Yes.
Because we want to do the watering, especially when you're here. So and we've done our nursery bed.
Yeah.
So we want the nursery to be watered, especially if we've done our mulching. So it can be done once per day. So and once you do that, then at least you get the optimum because the rate of evaporation has been reduced. But then once you remove the mulch, then you need to do it like twice per day.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the most issues that farmers experience.
Good. I love that we're about to do everything here practically, from getting the spacing, bed preparations, the water. We are about to do that practically.
Sure.
But allow me to ask, because you've mentioned about choosing the seeds depending on the kind of climatical area you are in. We're in Ngugi. Ours is semi-arid. And I know we were very particular in the kind of seed that we chose. Could you walk us through the type of seed that we chose and why we chose that for this specific area, and also maybe for cold areas? Because I know some of the people are watching this and we don't have the same climate. What can they be able to consider?
When you're choosing the right variety, especially like right now when we're here at Ngugi, so here during the day it's very hot.
Yes.
Right? So when it's very hot, we need a variety that can be able now to stahimili iyo joto.
Endure.
Yes. So for this region, we chose Neptune F1.
Okay.
So that one does very well in warm regions. So and maybe for those farmers who are maybe in very cold regions, they can opt for other varieties. So let's say a variety like Malbec F1 and another variety that is Russet F1. So those one does very well in cold areas. So like the regions of Nyandarua, Nyeri, sometimes they get very very cold.
Okay.
Yeah, they can just choose those varieties.
I'm learning a lot of things when it comes to seeds. I think, we have our packet of the Neptune F1,
Yes.
and we also have our packet of Red Creole.
Yes.
We'll tell you why we want to try both. So here we have Neptune F1, and then here we have the Red Creole, right? This is the E-seed Red Creole. We want to try both. Maybe go deeper and tell us, when we are talking about Neptune F1, it's hybrid, it's what does that mean? And also, why are we trying both of these?
Very nice. So you can see Neptune F1, though this means that this is a hybrid variety. So in a hybrid variety, normally it's very selected. Yeah, and we also have this one, that is, this one is an OPV.
Yes.
Yeah, so for an OPV,
What is an OPV?
An OPV means it's an open pollinated variety.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And or most of the farmers usually call it local variety.
Local. Also,
Yeah,
this is a
so this is a
local
local
variety. All right.
So when you plant these two, of course, the Neptune F1 will tend to mature a bit earlier.
Yeah.
That is all the genetics of the seeds. But then Red Creole will take a bit longer. But then, of course, it gives you some very good bulbs in terms of even when the hardness, it gives you very nice bulbs.
Okay.
Because this one can take about 6 months, while this one can take about 3 months.
All right. And
Yes.
we are going to make sure, guys, let me tell you something. We said we are doing everything practically. So I will be back here with the timelines just to make sure, ukweli, this takes 3 and this takes 6.
Yeah.
That is what we want to experiment with. But away from the seeds,
Yes.
let's talk about my type of the soil.
Yes.
You remember when we were walking this journey, even at the beginning, guys, we tested our soil. We know what kind of soil we are working with right now.
Yeah.
So should someone first do a soil test before they arrive at the kind of seed, ama they arrive also on onion farming? Is soil testing a necessity?
Yes. Soil testing is one of the most important things that you can actually do to your farm, because we want, even when you're doing any fertilizer application, we know where we are doing that. Because sometimes you find that maybe you are adding a lot of phosphorus, and this, the soil is very adequate, and maybe what is lacking is, let's say, it's nitrogen. So we need to be able now to know what are the components of that soil. And especially as well, we need to get into soil details in terms of maybe which are some of the diseases that are there. So in case if we see that we have a lot of fusarium, we'll know which product that we can use to be able now to protect our crop against that. And as well, when you get the soil pH, we can know, because you see soil in terms of onion, it usually does well from about 5.5 to around 6, around 6.5 pH. So if we get that right, then even if your soil is a bit acidic or is a bit basic, then we can know which are some of the components that you can use, so that at least we can get the soil to that optimum levels, so that you can get the maximum yield.
Yeah, so know
Exactly.
your soil, know
Yes.
the type of soil that
Very
you are
important.
working with. And yes, now before we get to the practicability of things, Kanya Farm is purely organic, and we want to take a risk and do onion farming the organic way. Do you believe it's gonna work?
Wow, this is going to be quite a journey.
All right.
But one thing that I'm very optimistic about is initially we didn't have a lot of things, a lot of products that are actually organic.
Yeah.
But that gap has been closed. At least now, in terms of the fungicides, we have about various fungicides that we can use. So initially they were not there.
All right.
So in terms of even fertilizers, we didn't have a fertilizer that can replace the normal synthetic basal fertilizers. So, but now we do have something like AgriPower, so that usually replaces the normal fertilizer, basal fertilizer, to now an organic fertilizer. So we do have various products right now, and I believe that we can actually be able now to hack it.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's take a risk. Kanya Farm is all about risk taking.
Yeah.
We have done organic on our mboga kienyeji. You guys can check that mrenda. You can check our mbogas the way they are faring on, and we've just fed them good manure. So I'm a huge believer that organic will work. But now let's get to the nursery part of it. Walk me through the A to Z of everything we are about to do here to make sure that our nursery has been prepared accordingly and using the best standards there.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you have a very virgin land,
Yeah.
the first thing that you're supposed to do, I know you've experienced this a lot. So you need to do your first tillage. And then in case when you get those big plums, then you need to do a second tillage. Then before we do the harrowing. So if you do the harrow, then that means that you'll be able now to get a very good fine till of the soil.
Yes.
Right? So once you get now to that, then that's when now we can try and do our beds.
Okay.
So you noticed that when we were trying to make our bed,
Yeah.
it was just everywhere. It was nothing.
Yes.
But now when we did it,
Yeah.
you can see how it is very
Mm-hmm.
straight.
Yes.
So you need to make sure that your bed is 1 meter in terms of the width.
Mm-hmm.
Then we need to as well make sure that we have a very fine tail.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you need a very fine tail? So that even if when you're going to make our lines
Yes.
and cover our seeds, we do not cover them with crumbs. So because if you do that,
it
then
will affect the germination of the seed. Hebu
exactly.
nioneni, mi nimekuwa pro because when we do that we will affect the germination of the seed.
Exactly.
Mkulima International.
Kabisa.
So make it as soft as possible.
Yeah, make it as soft as possible. So if you can see in terms of the tail that you're getting in our soil, so you can see this one, even if you do it on the top of the seed, the seed will germinate very well.
When you do it on top of the soil,
yes,
the seed will germinate very well.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is usually one of the most important things.
Yeah.
But then once you do that, then we still need to add manure.
Yes.
So and that is what we want to do right now.
Yeah.
So Remy, let us get that.
Shall we get into it? Oof. So here we have our manure. Kila mtu na ndoo yake.
Chukua yako.
All right. So what are we to do here?
Yes. So we need now to apply the manure on top of the soil.
All right.
Yeah.
So we start with this bed.
Yes. We start with this bed.
All right.
Now.
Yeah.
Lynn, as you notice,
yes.
Of course, in our bed we have
the drips.
The drips.
Yes.
Yes, we do have the drips. So in this bed we're going to do with the drips.
Yes.
Then we're going to do another bed without the drips.
Yes.
So at least we can, because there are farmers who normally do not have the drip irrigation kits. So we do another one. So because we want to cover everyone, right? So so for this one, let's start. So we're going to apply our manure.
Okay.
So let me show you how we're going to do it.
All right. And this is pure organic.
Pure organic.
Guys, oh sorry, go on, James.
Yes, and guys, make sure, especially when you're in a bed, we do not actually use chicken manure. Chicken manure usually has a lot of ammonia, and usually that scorches the seeds. So we want to have either goat or cow manure.
All right.
Yes.
Okay,
and
but let me ask, on still the chicken manure, you know, now we are keeping kuku kienyeji, so I'm looking forward to using that manure. How can I make sure it's also good to use in my plants?
For chicken manure, because you see in terms of the rate of ammonia that it has, it is very good on vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah, so when we do our pure organic kienyeji and veggies, we'll use the chicken manure. You'll see the kind of kienyeji that we get from that.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Nice. Thank you to the community around. That is where we are sourcing our manure from. You can see we have a lot of people in the community that keep goats, so we really do get great manure from the community. Yeah, but let's now get into the application process. Let's go. So I just pick and mwaga, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Scoop.
Yeah.
We want it to be very well. For manure, manure is used in different ways. You can use it for fertilization process.
Yes. Okay.
So, but what normally happens is that for manure, it has a slow release.
Okay.
So when we use this manure here, even next year, it will still be here when you're planting something else, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it has a slow release.
Okay.
So that's one. Two, it actually even helps in terms of reducing the soil pH.
All right.
So if your soil pH is high, then we can help in terms of that.
Okay.
And then it still helps in improving the soil structure.
All right.
Yeah. So what you need to do is we need to incorporate now the soil with manure, right?
Yes.
So make sure that we do not have these big crumbs, but we are incorporating it
With the soil.
with the soil,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
You're doing it nicely.
Yes.
Yeah, just like that.
Like this, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
These edges, of course, that is where we have these some of big crumbs.
Yes.
And when you're doing these beds, you don't want to plant at the edges.
Okay. Oh, at the edge. You want
Yes.
to maximize on the central part.
On the central part.
Okay.
So why would you want to do that?
I don't know.
Of course, most seeds do not perform very well on the edges.
All right.
And as well, maybe sometimes we can get very heavy rainfall. So, and your seeds can be washed away.
Yes.
So even when you're doing drips on the beds, make sure that you don't get it to the edges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure your drips are not to the edges.
Exactly.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
You need to have a rope
Yes.
when you're making the beds.
Yeah.
So the reason for this is you need to make very straight beds. Yeah, because you do not want the beds to be carved.
Yes.
In such a way that when even the water comes along the way, it can be clogged in any point.
Got you.
Yeah. So we need to make the beds as straight as possible. So that is why we have now these ropes.
All right.
Yes.
Good.
In addition,
Yes.
so these ropes as well usually helps in terms of measuring the width of the bed.
Yes.
As I mentioned, you notice that we mentioned that we need to have a 1 meter bed.
Yes.
So because so that you can make sure the operations of the bed are easy.
Easy.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. So we continue raking.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I think I love
So
life here.
and Lynn, something else.
Yes.
You notice that I noticed we had some charcoal burn here.
Yeah.
What I would want us to check is in terms of the seeds that we germinate from here and where we do not have the charcoal.
Okay.
So normally charcoal usually kind of tends toward the organic carbon.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you get the organic carbon, then it makes even the crops thrive in that area.
Okay.
Yes. So you will notice we'll be here, so we can check in terms of the seeds and growth around here and other areas that we do not have this kind of charcoal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now after this raking, what are we doing next?
After this, we're going to connect our drips.
Yes.
So we had removed them so that at least we can make our operations around here.
Yeah.
So you're going now to put them back, and then after that we water the bed, and then now we make the lines in the bed, so that at least now we can sow the seeds very easily.
James, this is what we call precision.
Yes.
Woo!
So you can see how the drips are very aligned.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes. So, and one of the other factors that you need to consider, especially if you are doing either onions and capsicums, we need to have 15 centimeters in terms of the drips.
Yeah.
Why do we need to have this? Because when doing our onions, we want to have them for medium-sized buds. We need to have them at 7.5 centimeters apart. So that makes sure that you have a very medium-sized bulb. So because we'll have a bulb right here, another one here at the middle, and another one here.
So the one in the middle gets water from here and from there.
Exactly.
All right, perfect.
And once you do that, then especially for this farm based on their water supply and all that, we're going to water it for 15 minutes. So if you do 15 minutes, then it makes sure that the bulbs that it's here on the middle,
Yes.
they still get water.
All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So now we've raked. We have our bed set. Our drips are set. What are we doing? So this is actually the one that we are using, the drips.
Yes.
Remember, guys, we try to set our nurseries both ways so that if a farmer has the drips, then this is what they can do. But
Exactly.
over here, we are also setting one without the drips.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So in case if you find that when you've already done this and then you've not achieved a very fine tilled, then it's better if you can water first. But of course here you can see, you know, in terms of ourselves, we've tried as much to get a very fine tilled. So what we're going to do next is we're going to make the sowing lines so that at least then we can sow the seeds.
All right.
And then sasa we can funika them.
All right.
Yes.
So the sowing seeds, we are doing exactly what we did with mboga kienyeji.
Exactly.
Favorite part.
Yeah,
huh?
your favorite part.
Yes. Let's go. All right.
The one that is at the edge, we are only doing one.
Yes.
So because we do not want to have seeds on the edge, as we mentioned.
Yes.
So but these two, which
We
are
are gonna
in the
do
middle,
both
we are going to
ways.
do both sides.
All right.
Yes.
Let's do this, guys.
All right. We've actually made the lines.
Yes.
So what is the importance of doing the lines? So the importance of this is to make sure that we have a very good free flow of air in between. Because if you do it, you know, like very crowded, at the end you'll find that they've started scorching each other. Yes, yes. And that is where reduces on the percentages in terms of germination.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So our lines are perfect.
Yeah, very perfect.
Where do we go from here?
Yeah. So now from here, so we are going now to sow the seeds.
Yes.
So let's get to that.
Let's get to that. So here we are doing the Neptune, this side.
Yes.
And over the end, there we are doing the Red Creole on drips.
Yes, yes.
Then this side without the drips, Red Creole. That side, the Neptune.
Exactly.
Gosh, so excited about this challenge. Let's do it. I'm here for it. It's time to sow our seeds.
Yeah, it's time to sow our seeds.
To the ground.
Yeah, to the ground.
Okay, how do we sow?
What you need to do, especially when you're doing the seed sowing, you don't want to overcrowd them.
Okay.
So you're going to do very small seeds in terms of quantity along the drips. Yes, if you do that, at least you'll not have a lot of competition in terms of the nutrients from the soil, then in terms of the scorching that we talked about. Yes.
Okay, do it, I see. So I follow your lead.
Yes. So this is how you do it.
All right.
So you can see we are dropping some very few seeds along the drips.
Okay.
Here.
Yes. Yes.
So the good thing about this, at least they're a bit different. We have some seeds that are very black. You remember last time that you couldn't even differentiate the seeds from the soil. So at least for these, they have a different color. Yeah. So at least then you can have your
Okay. So I pick also.
Pick
I give it a try.
Yeah, give it a try.
Okay. Catch you in a minute. You want to see something, the right thing?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I start with my side. Okay, that is good.
Perfect.
That is good.
Yeah, you're a good student.
Yeah, thank you, James.
One of the other things that farmers need to check is actually the packaging of the seeds.
Okay.
Why is that important? You see, seeds are actually live. So, and what you need to check is they usually go dormant after some time. You see, we can't know when this seed will die, right? but because it's more like a human.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you need to check is the packaging date.
Okay.
So because usually the seeds tend to go dormant. So and if you check, there are some seeds, especially let's say something like pawpaws, that usually are very hard to break in terms of dormancy. So that you need to soak them, especially in water.
Yeah.
And if possible, you can add some hormone. So that at least they can enhance their germination.
Yes.
Yeah, but you need to check on the seed packaging date, so that at least you can make sure that it is not more than 2 years, 3 years after packaging date.
Okay.
Because then it tends to go dormant.
All right. So Neptune looks good. Shall we get into Red Creole?
Yeah, we need to get to Red Creole.
All right.
So Red Creole, the most interesting part about it,
Yeah.
it's as I told you, most farmers call it local variety.
Yeah.
So if it's a local variety, that means it's something that we as Africans, we need to be very embracive about. The good thing about local varieties is that one can tend to even replant them, after you harvest.
Yes.
So of course, even the F1s you can do that, but then it deteriorates very fast in terms of the production percentage.
Yes. So now that we've put the seed on the ground, what do we do next?
So what you're going to do next is you're going to cover them very slightly with soil.
All right.
Then after that, we're going to add the flower dust, so that at least now it gets to sort us in terms of all the pests that are that could be perennial to this crop. Of course, after this, you'll notice that when it germinates, we're going to have a very kind of integrated pest management practices. So we're going to add some sticky traps on top of this, so that reduces on the multiplication of the pest in the field.
All right.
Yes.
Let me touch on flower duster. Not an ad, but what makes this product powerful, and is it organic? What exactly are we pouring on the soil?
Yeah, flower dust is actually very organic because it's natural pyrethrum. Yes, so once you add into it, it actually now protects your soil and the crop. Actually, it protects your crop, and the good thing about it is when you add it and it rains, it gets actually even deeper into the soil because you actually have even pests that actually hide in deeper. Yes.
So now, thank you for that. Our seeds are ready, so we cover them slightly using the soil, and then we run the flower duster. All right.
It is actually very fine tilled. We are covering them very slightly.
Oh, just slightly.
Very slightly.
It's like a toto.
Exactly.
Okay. And James, I gotta say, I really do appreciate these lessons that we are learning here on the platform. I have never pandered kitungu my whole life. And just to be able to walk through this journey with our audience, I really do appreciate you and Agropest for coming through and sharing this knowledge. I understand there's a lot of knowledge that is being gatekept, especially when it comes to agriculture. So I don't take it for granted that you and your team, you have really come through to walk through this journey with us. So guys, if you are looking into walking the journey with people you can trust, Matters Seeds, try calling Agropest Solution. Their numbers have been on the screen, and they will definitely walk through this journey with you. But maybe before we go to Red Creole, James, what else do you assist the farmers with at Agropest Solution?
We try as much as possible. We are farmer-centric, and we try as much as possible to try to help the farmer in terms of trying to achieve the production. And when we're here, you remember what I told you in terms of the market of the onion and any other crop. What we try to help as much is we want the farmer to get the quantities, because if you get the quantities, then that means even if the prices, because there are some of the factors of production or some external factors that we can't control, some like prices. But if you get a good tonnage and even the prices are low, then still you can get to meet, in terms of the cost that you've done there, and also get some profits. So what we try at Agropest as much as possible is trying to make sure that the farmer gets the information, because that has actually been the missing link. And as well, we offer agronomic services. So if you want us to come to your farm, try to help you in terms of the production, try to help you in terms of the pesticides to use, what are some of the factors that you need to incorporate into your production, so that at least you can increase the production. So that is what we try to do majorly.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for being farmer-centric.
Yes.
That's a very good word. I'm actually using it on the platform for the very first time.
Interesting.
Agropest, farmer-centric.
Farmer-centric.
I love that. Good. Shall we
Yeah.
move to Red Creole?
Yes,
So
yes,
I
yes.
think for Red Creole, we're just going to follow the same method that we have followed, especially on the drip part. All right, so now here we have the Red Creole. We are going to follow the same procedure.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Red Creole is dark in color.
Yes.
Mwecheche. But
Yeah.
tupambane nayo. Yeah, so that's Red Creole, following the same method that we've used.
For those farmers who've actually done Red Creole,
Yeah.
maybe they are doing even right now,
Okay.
I would want to know, the experience, whether they've done both the hybrid varieties
Yes.
and the local varieties.
And the local variety.
And what is the experience?
Yeah.
That is in terms of the production, in terms of the diseases, even in terms of the profitability.
Yes.
So we want to see, what is the experience,
Like,
like about this.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me ask, it's good that you've mentioned people's experiences, especially even with the diseases.
Yes.
What diseases are we looking at, especially during this stage also?
Yeah. So the major issues that we expect,
Yeah.
especially here in the nursery, is majorly the white tip.
Okay.
So that is usually one of the major fungal issues that we expect, as well as dumping off.
Okay.
So and dumping off is actually because when you're very generous with water,
Yes.
because then that leads to that dumping off. We mentioned that at least when you're here in the nursery, and we've covered, because there is no that very excessive rate of evaporation, then you need to water it like on a daily basis. Then before we uncover, after around 4 to 7 days, or after you achieve about 70% germination of the seeds.
Okay.
But because of course you see, we have on this side we have the Red Creole, and then on that side we have Neptune F1. Probably they will not germinate at the same rate.
Okay.
So you check on the percent germination. So if you get 70% germination, then now we can remove the cover.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after that, then we can water twice per day.
All right.
Yes.
How many minutes?
Yeah, for 15
For
minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah, for this farm. So what you want to make sure that you get, we don't want it to get muddy.
Yes.
That's one, because we don't want issues with fungal infections.
Yes.
That is one. And then we don't want it to get very dry. So if we can do it a bit early in the morning and late in the evening, that could be better.
Okay.
Why we are not very specific about early and late?
Yeah.
Of course, that depends on the type of the soil. We have the sandy soil, so if you do it right now, then it drains off. So you need to check in terms of the sunlight that you're getting in your area, and see which is the best kind of optimal time to make your watering.
Okay.
Yes.
Love it. So now here we have had the Red Creole, and we have our Neptune F1 that side. So now we cover, and then what happens next?
So what we need to do next is we are going to add flower dust.
Yes.
So that at least we can deal with the soil pest right away.
Okay.
So because we don't want to have those challenges as the crop is growing.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now this is the flower dust.
Yeah. Flower dust is actually a natural pyrethrin. So these you do not have unless you have issues with the dust. Yeah, so that you can just use the natural mask.
Okay.
Yeah, to when you're applying it,
When you're
or
applying.
when it is very windy, but it is very natural. Yes.
Love it. So that is our flower dust, guys. How do we apply it?
Yes, so we need to apply it on top.
Yes.
So good thing that the good thing with the organic products, there is no excess.
Yes.
So that is one of the major good things about the organic products.
All right.
So we're going to add it, but
So we be-
majorly on the lines.
So we be generous
Yes.
with it.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Yeah, nice. You're doing it good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so once we apply this,
Yes.
we don't expect issues with the cutworms, or with the crickets, even with the ants.
So we are doing this for all the beds. And then after here, what happens?
Yeah, so after this, we are going to cover our nursery.
Okay.
That is we're going to add a mulch.
Yes.
So for those farmers who have a very nice, well dried grass, that is either hay, you can use that.
Yes.
But for our case, we're going to use shade net for this.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Good.
Yeah.
At what point do we release the water?
Yeah. So once we cover, then now we're going to water.
Now we can,
Exactly.
irrigate.
Exactly.
Lovely.
Yes.
All right. So now, this is for the drip.
Yes.
For people who are using drip irrigation. This is also our bed for people who do not have drip irrigation.
Yes.
So we are going to do the nursery also, so that we have two versions to compare. So this one you water manually.
Yeah,
basically.
this one we water manually.
Yeah.
You just use a watering can, so that at least you can water just gently. We don't want to use a hose pipe, because then you tend to displace the seeds from the sowing lines that we have already prepared.
Okay.
Yes.
How do we set this up?
Yes. Okay, let's get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you're going to, what will make this a bit different is that you notice that these lines, we made them a bit of vertical.
Yeah.
Then for this one, we're going to make them horizontal. Yeah, like this. So that at least we can make sure that there is a free flow of air.
Okay.
You remember when we say that if we do not have that free flow of air, then there'll be scorching of the seeds. When they are very together, then they tend to scorch at the tip, and then we get a lot of issues with fungal infections.
All right.
Yeah.
So we are gonna do this side now, Red Creole, and then the other side we are gonna do
Neptune F1.
Okay. Let's see how we make those horizontal.
All right.
The lines.
You have your stick?
Yes, I have sticks. Are generous here.
Yes.
We have a lot of sticks, yes.
So and make sure that you do not get to the edge.
Okay.
So we are starting almost at the edge.
Okay.
And then what you need to make sure is that you're doing a 10, in terms of the wheel.
Okay.
It should be about 10 centimeters apart.
Okay.
Yeah, this is good.
This is good.
This is good. Yes.
Also like my
exactly.
All right.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Oh, we can do half and half.
Yeah, we can do half.
Teamwork makes the
teamwork.
Dream work.
Exactly.
Look, okay.
Nice.
And,
what is it? 1 liter.
And also now, why exactly are we doing 1 meter? Why can't I do big spacing or smaller spacing?
You notice that it will be very hard if you do a bigger space, more than 1 meter, to do the normal operation of the bed.
Yeah.
Of course, you see, in terms of the lengths, we are very generous.
Yes.
So whether your land goes to 70 meters, 100 meters, 200 meters, if you want to do, you can do that.
Okay.
But in terms of the width, it should be 1 meter.
1 meter.
Yeah, for the normal operation of the beds. Yeah.
Okay. So this is good?
Yeah, you're doing it nicely.
Okay. This is how it should be set.
Exactly.
Looking really good.
Yeah.
Now we put our seeds. Red Creole this side. Neptune.
A Neptune on the
That
other side.
side.
And you notice how the beds are
Yes.
10 centimeters
Yes.
apart.
Apart.
Yeah, you're doing it nicely.
Learning
Yes,
from the
yes.
best, I must say.
Exactly.
All right. Give us this Red Creole. So I've noticed also, sometimes you may want to plant, but then you leave some seeds. What is the best way to protect your seeds? If, for example, now even this bark is, how should I protect this, making sure I can use it next time?
So what you need to do is you need to cover your seeds so that they don't get to absorb the moisture.
Okay.
Yeah, from the atmosphere, and as well, we do not want to have a free flow of air circulation.
Okay.
Lynn, we're going to put our seeds now across the bed. So, and then after that, then we're going to cover them slightly, just with the soil.
Okay.
And then after that, we're going to cover with our flower dust,
All right.
so that now we can protect them against the soil pests.
All right.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
And then,
Then after that, we're going now to cover with mulch.
okay.
So in our case, as this we mentioned that we're going to cover with a shade net, and then after that we water them because you need to water immediately. That try to gets them up to speed, so that at least they can start germinating.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Shall we do that?
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we do half and half.
Yeah,
Because it's
we
easier,
can do
right?
that. Yeah.
So we cover them.
Yes.
Okay.
Very slightly.
Yes.
We do not want to cover them.
Yes.
A
lot.
A lot. Yes. Always make sure that you remove the big clumps.
Yes. So that they don't affect the germination percentage.
Yes, yes.
Now we proceed with the Neptune.
Yeah, we proceed with the Neptune.
Okay. So we've given them a safe distance.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think Neptune is also easy to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to trace.
Yeah.
So now we cover.
Yeah, let's cover.
Okay.
So, Lynn, you've noticed when we actually doing most of these operations, of course, it's a bit windy where we are. Yeah. So, and you want to do this towards the weed.
Yes.
So, if you do that, then you notice that you'll be spraying even the crops that are actually ahead of you. Yeah, when we are doing the flower dust, you noticed we were trying to apply when we on the other side, so that because the wind was flowing, towards us.
Okay.
So you want to do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Iko sawa. Sasa the most important part here, seeds on the ground, flower dust on top of it, water coming shortly.
Yes.
So now what is our next and final step?
Yeah. Finally, now we're going to cover our nursery bed. So when you do this, we want it to be, to experience the warmth, so that at least it can get to germinate. And as well, we don't want, if when it rains very heavily, we don't want those splashes to displace our seeds. So that is when we get to do the covering. Then after that, as well, if you've not applied the flower dust as we've done, it is always good if you can spray on top of the mulch, because sometimes this mulch comes with the pests. and then now you need to make sure that you spray. And then after that, once we uncover our nursery, we would want now to spray a fungicide.
All right.
So in our case, we're going to spray with Fungistop, which is derived from ivy species and oak species.
All right.
So we're going to do that
Okay.
once we uncover. But right now, we're going
Yes.
to cover our
Yeah.
nursery.
So maybe the net. I know
Yes.
last time we spoke about the type of net when we were doing boga kienyeji,
Yeah.
but someone might have missed on that.
Yeah.
Could you please tell us what net is this and how do we know this is a good net to help us mulch?
Yeah. So we actually have different types of shade nets
Yeah.
in terms of percentages.
Okay.
So we have the 50%, we have the 75%, we have the 90%.
Yeah.
What do you mean by 50%? So for 50%,
Yes.
it only allows 50% of sunlight to pass through.
Okay.
So if you go to 75%,
Yes.
it only allows 25% of light
Yes.
to go through.
Okay.
For 90%, only allows 10% of light.
Good.
Right? So if you're in an area that is very sunny, very hot, then you would want to prefer a shade net that is only allowing 10%,
Yeah.
but because we do not want them to scorch our seeds. So, but in this area, because it's a bit hot, but not very hot,
Yeah.
so we our choice was 50%
Okay.
of the shade net.
All right.
Yes.
So let's do this. Good. Here's our net, guys. And it's long.
Yeah, it's a long one.
It's long one.
Yeah, it's actually 200 meters
200
in terms
meters.
of length.
Okay.
And then 50 meters
Yeah.
in terms of width.
All right. Now we've covered it nicely.
Sawa.
Okay.
So,
Yes. I've noticed you've done double.
yeah.
Why double?
Yeah, because we do not want to cover it very lightly.
Okay.
So, because of course, if you do it in terms when it is just once,
Yes.
then of course you can see how bare the soil is. So, of course, if you can see the soil, then the seed will be scorched.
Okay.
So that is why we are trying to do double,
All right.
so that even if on the other bed, when you're doing the splashing of the water, then when it is double,
Yes.
it doesn't splash with the seeds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. So this one has been covered successfully. We are
Yeah.
gonna do the same too.
Yes.
This one.
Yeah, we are going to do the same to the other bed. So you're going to cover it.
Okay.
So once you cover like this,
Yes.
of course, for this one we have the drip irrigation.
Yeah.
So we're going to water directly, so that at least now the seeds can get now to germinate.
Okay. But now I know we will definitely come back for the transplanting part of it as we rate the growth. How, at what point should we transplant?
So when it gets to transplanting time, we want to transplant when they are pencil size. So, and when do we get that?
Yes.
Of course, we're going to uncover this nursery.
Yeah.
That is when we get about 70% germination. So then after that, we're going to snip the tips.
Yes.
So why do we do that? So before we transplant, is one, it helps in terms of the transplanting shock.
Yes.
That is one.
Yeah.
Two, it helps when you snip the tip, it reduces the auxins levels. So the auxins are the ones which makes the tips to grow, vertically.
Yes.
But then we want ours to go a bit horizontally, so that at least we can, attain the pencil size. So once you snip, then that is now when we can transplant. Yeah, when it's now about 45 days.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So many lessons, as I said.
Yes.
But I know, of course, we love also focusing on some of the threats. I know we've touched a bit on that. But could you remind us on what threats, especially disease-wise, we are looking at this particular stage?
Yes, yes. So most of the, especially in terms of the pest that we are anticipating here, of course, they are the cutworms, which we've tackled using flower dust. Then after they germinate, of course, we anticipate cases of maybe some thrips and all that.
Yes.
So that one we're going to tackle using Agropest, which is purely organic.
Okay.
And it is actually derived from croton plant. So it's croton oil.
Yeah.
So for fungal infections, we can use actually fungistop.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is derived from ivy species
Okay.
and also oak species. So it's as well very organic. So in terms of nutrition, so we are going to incorporate or to spray AgriPower A. So AgriPower A helps in terms of the root development. So it has phosphorus that helps in terms of developing the roots. We anticipate for now the most crucial part, because after this, we've as well worked on our beds. Then after 45 days, then we'll get the right sizes that we can transplant. And then that is where now we get now quite some work in terms of now trying to get the right size of the bulbs, in terms of the right spacing that you get, in terms of which are some of the nutrients that you need to apply and when. So stay tuned to our next episode so that at least now we can let you know on what are the best kind of practices that you need to do so that at least you can attain the best kgs in terms of the onions and the best production per unit area.
Good. This has to be one of the most important shows I've ever done. I can say I have understood and I have also learned a lot. And kudos to farmers, because if this is what it takes for them to be able to put food on our tables, this is something that all of us should highly appreciate.
Sure.
But before I let you go, maybe I want you to take this opportunity to tell our audience where they can be able to interact with you, so that, you know, at the end of the day, the numbers have been on the screen, but I would want them to hear that directly from you.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can actually get us physically. We are located at Mang Building, that is on Haile Selassie Avenue at Marikiti roundabout. We're in that building at that corridor where usually people get into and they go to a bus station. So that is where you can get us physically. But then, of course, you're very vocal on social media. On Facebook at Agropest Solutions, TikTok, we are at Agropest. You can find us there. And of course, basically at all, we have a very vibrant e-commerce where you can actually do your shopping. So you can get there, get to learn about a product, see the prices, add to your cart, and you can ship wherever you are, whether it is in the country, whether it is outside the country. We do that.
Okay.
Yes.
I appreciate that so much. What a way to learn and relearn. And once again, Jim, I really want to take this moment to say thank you. You guys have been absolutely amazing when it comes to the work that Kanya Farm is trying to do. We were babies when we came here, but because of you and your team, man, you have really empowered us, and thank you for not being a gatekeeper. You've seen how beautifully our boga kienyeji are turning out, and that's a win for all of us and also the African people. As we continue reclaiming our identity through the soil, I really want to say asante. And also you guys that are at home, I know you've really waited for this episode, and here's an opportunity for you as well to be able to learn and relearn. Working with Agropest Solution, because for me, they are really wonderful people who are demystifying a lot of myths around agriculture. So check out their socials, follow them on Facebook, TikTok, and across the other social media platforms. And if you want to get hold of them directly, call the number that has been on your screen. And now we come back 45 days later to see the progress. Remember, we have done Neptune F1 and we've done Red Creole. And this is not at us going brand against brand or whatever. We just want to know which one which one does what and where. So stay tuned for more episodes and keep it Kanya Farm. I appreciate the support you're giving us, even on our Instagram page. Really appreciate that. So go guys and follow that so that you can be able to see more of this content. Kazi hapa Kanya Farm mnaviona inaendelea. We are just so grateful to you guys, and it's a wrap from me and Jemu. See you after couple of days.
Yeah, thank you.